Drawing and Painting 1 is a one-year elective foundation course with a focus on exploring media through drawing and painting. The first quarter is exploring observational drawing, portrait drawing, and then we'll do a unit on figure drawing. The students are working on a project right now that is a portrait drawing inspired by the surrealist painter Salvador Dali. Students are focusing on realism, using a grid enlargement method to create a realistic portrait. The students are using colored pencils and very specifically focusing on layering techniques to create really saturated, vibrant color, and they're focused on matching color. And that class can lead into taking Drawing and Painting 2.
This is Drawing and Painting 2. The students in this class have already completed Drawing and Painting 1. Many of them are looking to go into college and pursue a career in the arts. This class is strongly based in life drawing and observational drawing skills for the first half of the year. And the second half of the year we'll explore watercolor paint and acrylic painting. But the students are trained to really look at what they're drawing and not necessarily the paper. We go through a series of exercises, starting with gesture drawings, do straight line extension drawings, which helps them with placement and proportion of the body. And we're also adding tone today. So they're expected to add a couple of variations of grays to depict shadow and mass in their forms. They're actually really good and they're growing a ton.
Electronic illustration is a course that explores Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop. Currently, students are working on a typography project where they have to take a portrait from a photograph, and then they're using the tools of Adobe Illustrator, all the varieties of ways you can use the type tool to create some kind of a portrait. So they can use words of song lyrics that they love, poetry, things that describe themselves if they're doing a self-portrait. So they're being creative, but they're also kind of exploring the tools of the program. And I teach core art appreciation. It is a course that explores mediums, and it also helps develop fine motor skills with students. We explore the elements of art and principles of design. They work a lot with a variety of mediums, so oil pastels, watercolors, paints. It's a lot about exploration. The project that they just recently completed was also kind of a holiday theme. They created patterns in the background, and then we made a relief sculpture pop off the page like a 3D mug.
I teach sculpture. It's a new course offered this year at the high school. Because it's a new course, I'm treating it as almost a survey course where we explore different sculptural materials throughout the year and techniques. So we started with paper, basic 2D to 3D sculpture techniques, and we'll work our way through wire sculptures, plaster, and then second half of the year will be mostly dedicated to clay and hopefully revitalizing a ceramics program. It's a great course. Hopefully it will grow the program and eventually turn into a full 3D art curriculum up here. All the students right now are working on a fabric design project where they need to create their own textile. They create it actually on fabric, and then they use that fabric to create two outfits. The outfits have to be under certain categories, one with primarily the fabric that they created, and then one has to have an accent of that fabric created. The course is designed to explore fabric design, fashion illustration, textile design, and then fashion merchandising, and it culminates at the end of the year. The students have to come up with their own fashion line and present it. And then Fashion 2 students in the beginning of the year, a lot of them concentrate on their portfolios for schools that they're applying to. So whatever requirements the schools have, we work on producing those for the students to be prepared to apply for colleges.
In darkroom and digital photography, currently we are working in the darkroom portion of the course. Students are learning how to use SLR cameras and also develop film and work in the darkroom to process prints. So they're learning a traditional method, but they're also learning about composition and how to improve their prints, test strips, contact sheets, the basis of what you do in photography. And then we also move on to digital. They can then continue on in independent study photography, so they get to create their own projects. If they need assistance, they'll check in with me and work on really building their portfolio to go to college and pursue that as a career.
AP Studio Art Drawing and 2D Design is a college-level AP class where students are focused on developing portfolios and creating a body of work for the AP exam. Right now, we're working on a words made visual project. So they compiled words together, defined the words, analyzed the words, generated imagery that related to the words, and then they have to create a strong visual artwork that relates to that word sequence. Our Next Breath project is an artwork inspired by another artist who does digital portraits that are sort of mismatched and collage together in that style.
Every week there's usually 1 or 2 projects due, so it helps you stay on schedule because there's going to be a lot of due dates, so it keeps you organized for the future. So with this piece, we all listen to like different sounds like a campfire and random other noises, and here is my inspiration of that. This piece is inspired by the movie musical Little Shop of Horrors. This is the Audrey II plant from the movie. I'm really happy with how this came out. This is, I think, one of my strongest pieces that I've done.
All in all, the AP class requires a lot of outside work. I think the class overall is a really good prerequisite for college and really preparatory for college work in the arts.